Some of the Asian American community say they don't even want to walk the streets of New York City anymore. They are scared and they are angry. So will this new federal legislation expected to make its way through Congress this week, will it help stop this disturbing trend?
It is not exaggeration to say I am terrified, and I've been very, very cautious about when I go out.
Joanne Yu of the Asian American Federation says she's been screamed at and intimidated on the streets of New York. She is just one of thousands of Americans who have been victims of anti-Asian hate crimes over the past year, and Yu says many more are unreported.
The language barrier for senior population, Asian American senior population, half of my community in New York City have limited English proficiencies.
In late March, the NYPD added undercover patrols, and just a few days ago, this man, Juvian Rodriguez, was arrested after the NYPD says he made threats and anti-Asian remarks to an undercover cop in the hate crimes task force. But not everyone who is targeted will see justice.
People need to feel empowered to come forward and report these incidents. We need to make that process easier and more accessible.
Congresswoman Grace Meng of Queens is the House sponsor of the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act. Since the start of the pandemic, hate and violence targeting the AAPI community has skyrocketed. This bill would designate a Justice Department employee to review COVID-19 hate crimes. It would establish online reporting, and it would be in multiple languages. There would be a public campaign to educate people about appropriate language and guidance to reduce discriminatory language when describing the COVID-19 pandemic. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says he will support a new bipartisan amendment.
Their bill would provide resources to state and local law enforcement to improve hate crime reporting, increase training, and establish pathways to rehabilitation.
So not every Republican has said they're on board just yet, but Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, he said he is open. He will consider this legislation with that bipartisan amendment. It could go to a vote as early as this week. Now, the NYPD gave me updated stats today. They said 54 Asian American or COVID-19 motivated hate crimes from January 1st up until just a few days ago. You compare that to 2020 when there were only 12. That is a huge jump. We're live in Chinatown. Allison Caden, Pix 11 News.